Hey, five unexpected dangers of self-doubt. I think self-doubt, I see that happening so often, how people, they, that self-doubt that they have prevents them from taking action. And of course, if you don't take action, you can't create anything. So you need to eradicate that self-doubt and believe that you can make whatever it is you want to have happen. It might not happen overnight, but you're capable of doing it. As one of the greatest obstacles that hinders humans from fulfilling their dreams, self-doubt is what almost all of us struggle with at some point in our lives. Dozens of experts have written wildly on how to overcome this scourge, and philosophers have thousands of quotes on self-doubt attributed to their names. This shows the extent to which self-doubt has become a pervasive issue for humans. If you're battling with that persistent voice that keeps telling you how things could go wrong, how you may not have worked it out right, then you're dealing with self-doubt. Self-doubt can be dangerous to your overall wellness. It's not only physiologically harmful, but also harmful in terms of living productively and with emotional and spiritual wellness. The following are some of the dangers of self-doubt you should know about. I believe if you discover how self-doubt contributes to most of the productivity-related issues we face at work and in life, finding the voice to say no to it won't be hard. Self-doubt weakens your self-will. Self-will is still one of the strongest gifts that we've inherited from God. Being able to determine that we want or do not want something and being able to go ahead with our decision is not an ability all creatures enjoy. Where self-doubt becomes really dangerous to your self-will is when it makes you seek encouragement or an excuse for why you can't still move forward or for why you're not able to accomplish a goal. The problem with seeking encouragement is it makes you lose your self-esteem. Most of the bravest and most successful people today needed no one to encourage them. In fact, most had no one to do so. Giving excuses, on the other hand, makes you embrace failure, which ultimately crushes your self-will. If you're looking for a reason to kill that self-doubt, think of how it could damage your self-will. Self-doubt breeds procrastination. Could self-doubt really be the reason the majority of people procrastinate? Procrastination may seem harmless at first, but when self-doubt begins to creep in and you're consistently considering starting that first paragraph later, then you begin a long cycle of procrastination that will prevent you from getting anything done. Hesitation is one of the grandchildren of self-doubt. When people are hesitant about doing something, they procrastinate until they miss out on that opportunity and find an excuse to justify themselves. It also opens you up to regrets and self-pity. When you fail at something, it's natural to feel emotional about it. The emotional feelings often associated with failure include fear, disappointment, regret, pain, and anger. However, many have mastered how to turn these emotions into their strengths, and it helps them to move forward. Self-pity and regret will do the opposite. By giving room for self-doubt, you only allow the two least helpful emotions that follow failure to take control. Regret will make you wish you hadn't started. Self-pity will prevent you from moving ahead. To prevent self-doubt from keeping you stagnant, fight it and prevent it from breeding other low emotions such as regret and self-pity. Self-doubt kills personal growth. Self-doubt prevents us from experiencing personal growth. We often experience our greatest moment of personal growth and fulfillment when we give ourselves the freedom to pursue that which we desire without the fear of failure or worries over what other people might think about us. I think that's one of the biggest problems most people have, by the way. When you begin to doubt your ability to achieve your dreams and fulfill your desires, you're consciously preventing yourself from experiencing growth. It also hinders creativity. Creativity is one of the greatest natural resource tools we humans can always tap into. It's what helps us to create the most precious things we admire and work hard to achieve our dreams. It's what helps us to design a way out of unfavorable situations. But self-doubt will effectively shut down our ability to think creatively. Self-doubt makes you question the rationality behind your ideas and prevents you from being bold enough to show your most creative ideas. At its worst, it makes you totally unable to see a way forward in tricky situations. Conclusion, self-doubt is a part of being human. This is a normal experience that we face. We all face. as we navigate through the several stages of our lives, but it should not be given the power to determine our success. By recognizing the dangers of self-doubt, you can fight its ill effects more easily. I think one of the things that we need to do when we have doubt is that we need to go forward in spite of the doubt, to realize that we're capable of getting results. And if we fail, if we have a stumble, then you start over again. You take a look at what you did wrong, how you can improve it, and then you go do that, and then you try again. I mean, that's one of the things I did. First time I ever spoke in front of a group of people, 65 people, when I was just getting started in my business. I was still part-time, actually, and I was so bad. It was embarrassing. I embarrassed my wife. She told me afterwards that she would never come to hear me speak at anything again. She was so embarrassed. But you know what? I had invited 12 people to that meeting, and I ended up recruiting all 12 people, even though I was horrible. They must have all thought, well, if Hector can do it, I can certainly do it. So it doesn't really matter. But the point is, well, instead of saying, well, I can never speak in front of a crowd, what I did is I kept working at it, and I kept doing it. I knew that I couldn't be any worse than I was that first time, that if I continued to try to improve it over time, eventually I would improve, and I did. I did improve. In fact, since then, this has been a long, long time ago, I've spoken in front of 50,000 people multiple times, and thousands or tens of thousands of people multiple times, and to groups all the time, and I have no problem. Today, I feel really comfortable doing it. I get a little nervous before I speak, but you know what? I know that I know what I know, and I just get up there and I just do my absolute best. I know I'm prepared. I know my material, and I know the people in the audience don't know it as well as I do, and so I just enjoy myself. And I actually, I like doing it today. And there was a time when it was painful, but even those things that you're avoiding around that seem painful because you're just not that good at them yet, if you do the work, you can get better. You can improve. And I hope you do.